What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of the CF Montreal Road to Glory, where we've taken CF Montreal from the MLS and put them in Ligue 1. And not only Ligue 1, after last episode, we're also taking CF Montreal to the Europa League. So we'll go take a look at the board objectives right now, as we're going to see a nice little extra continental objective, which is a first for CF Montreal. So taking a look at the board objectives, we'll go right to it. Continental success, UEFA Europa League. It sounds ridiculous right off the bat, but hey, we're having fun in this CF Montreal career mode. So reach the group stage. We're definitely going to need some signings for this because the squad depth is pretty thin, especially for Europe, never mind just Ligue 1. But hey, we'll take our 4th place finish. That came right down to the wire. Last episode, we were 1 point clear, and we made the Europa League, so that was a huge success. Brand exposure, we got a 5-match home win streak. Okay, I think that's possible. And sign 1 player of a different nationality from the one of the club. That's such a fair goal. Youth development. Oh, actually, one more thing. Everything from critical, medium, and low for the objective importance has basically stayed the same, except youth development has gone from high to now critical. They give us the goal again of signing 3 players from the youth academy assigned to the defender position. No problem, we can do that. And then within 2 seasons, have 1 player from the youth academy sign for a season and play 50% of the games. So that could be a little bit more of a stretch, but we are going to reassign our scouts and hopefully find a diamond in the rough that will be able to accomplish that goal for us. Domestic success is qualify for European competition. So now the board has got the taste for European football, so they're going to keep going for it. And Coupe Nationale has not gone according to plan for us at all this series, as we've been knocked out in the the second and then the first round last season. So let's just try to get the round of 16. It sounds like a fair goal, but we haven't been able to accomplish it yet. And financial, I wasn't left with any unspent transfer budget last season. I mean, I manually moved it all down to 0, but I've done that before and it's worked, but apparently it didn't work this time. And then make $8 million profit from youth player sales within 2 seasons. I wonder if we sell either Zachary Cunningham or Jean LeBlanc, if that will count, because they were signed before this goal was given. So this stuff always is kind of buggy in the game, but we'll see. Not like I want to sell those 2 guys anyway, but yeah, we'll see. It's only medium, so if we fail it, I don't think it's the biggest deal. Next, we'll take a look at the team sheet, and as we can see here, other than Bafétimbi Gomis going all the way down from a 77 to a 72 in just 1 season, everything else is looking pretty good. With Georgia Mihailovic being the standout here at 81 overall, Joaquin Torres has gone up to 76, so is Sam Piette. Zidane is now 77. So we're about to enter Europa League. I think we're definitely gonna need to add some depth to this team, because other than Kyoto 76 on the bench, we're looking at low 70s to high 60s. So we want to definitely add some squad depth to this team. And for that squad depth, I've targeted 5 players here, 3 of them free agents, but they're quality free agents. So we got Ibrahim Amadou at 76. Alessandro Florenzi at 80, and then we have a 20-year-old at 72, and he's looking like he could be something special. A lot of mid 70s to high 70s stats already, so this is definitely one for the future that we'll look to sign as well. For the actual transfer targets between Pablo Gavi and Michael Cuisance here, I think that these 2 are definitely worth it because they have release clauses that are either right at the high end of their value or even lower. So I think these are two big signings that normally we probably wouldn't be able to get, but because they have a release clause, we can go for it. And in this case, I think I'm going to go for the Frenchman, just to stick with our nationality of the squad and keep going with what we've been doing so far. So we'll go approach to buy and just skip club negotiation and pay and see if we can add a key piece to our team. So Sam Piette has been playing really well, but we definitely need... Sturaro hasn't been fantastic. I mean, he's been very serviceable, but it hasn't been great so far. So we'll see if we can get Cuisance in to shore up the midfield. I don't think he'll take important, but we'll try. He's going to want crucial. Okay, so we'll click that. He's 23, so let's see if we can get him for 5 years. He says yes, so that's pretty big. Disregard release clause, and then he's making currently 58. So we have a lot in the bank, so like budget won't be an issue, I don't believe, because the rest of the signings are going to go for our free agency. So let's go 50 and then 500,000. That might be pretty generous, but well, we got our man, so that's big. So we can go ahead and remove. It might be smart to even get Pablo Gavi also, but we'll go with Cuisance for now, and that's it. Next, we're going to go with Alessandro Florenzi. This is an absolutely huge signing because this guy can literally play anywhere, basically, except the attacking positions. But he can honestly slot in left back, right back, center mid, center defensive mid, left mid, right mid. He can play in so many positions, and he's still an 80 overall. So he's getting up there in age, and we'll probably see him drop quick, but at the same time, it's a great cover for now. Again, he'll try to get important. He wants crucial, so he'll slot in the starting lineup, or at least for the most part. We'll get him for, we'll try for 2 years, see how he holds up. Disregard release clause, and then recommended wage around 30. Give him the 30 there, and then maybe $300,000 bonus, and see what he says. That's a reasonable offer. That's an absolutely huge signing. So Michael Cuisance is one for the future. He's only 23 years old. I mean, he's definitely going to slot into our starting lineup right away, but he has only room to grow, so that's fantastic. Florenzi will probably see a dip, but at the same time, it's one for now, which we definitely need going into Europa League. Next, we'll take young Rossi here, 20 years old and 72 overall already. So he's someone I think we can nab even at rotation. That'd be big. And he accepts that, so that's huge. 5-year contract, perfect. Disregard release clause. And then get him for a cheap 15. That'd be great. And then we'll give him a $100,000 bonus to hopefully just say yeah and end it there. Perfect. The squad depth is looking great right now. Or maybe not great, but just better than it was before. And Ibrahim Amadou, he's got, as you saw there, the trait, the solid player, and big strong presence in the middle. That I'm gonna go for it because I don't want to risk losing him. He's a free right now, so that would be absolutely huge. See, he wants important. That might be an issue, but we'll see. We'll see if it causes us problems later on. 3-year deal. He's 30, so that should be okay. Hopefully he stays around that 76 for a while. Accept the no release clause. And then we'll offer him, oh, we don't want 2,000. He's definitely gonna say no to that. We'll offer him 20,000 with a $200,000 signing bonus. And he's agreed. So we've just been able to take care of all the transfer business right off the bat, and that's great. So now when we take a look at the team sheet, you can see a lot of changes from the starting 11 and the bench. So we're going to keep Gomez at starting striker because even though he's gone down 5 overall points, he still scored 14 goals last season. So we'll start the season off with him as striker, and with Kyoto coming off the bench. The changes we've seen to the starting 11 is Michael Cuisance will slot in for Stefano Sturaro, and then Florenzi will get the nod at right back for Broguillard. He can, like we already mentioned, he can go anywhere. So we'll see. We'll probably rotate him in for when Staphylidis is tired. We can switch him over. You can see the 4-star weak foot, and then when we take a look at the bench, you see Amadou and and then Rossi is on the reserve. So we're Europa League. We're not Champions League right now. If we were Champions League, I'd say we need to make a bigger splash. But adding Cuisance and Florenzi, 78 overall. We got our second 80 overall player in Florenzi. I don't expect that to stay long. He'll probably dip to like 77, hopefully by the end of the season, not less than that. But I feel good. I feel good going into the start of the season. Next, we'll take a look at our youth staff here, and we are going to go ahead and send them to a couple South American countries. One we're going to send to Argentina, any player doesn't matter. And same thing with Verscharen here. He is gonna go get over South America. There we go. He is gonna go to, there it is, Brazil. So we're hoping to find, like we mentioned before, a diamond in the rough to accomplish that board objective of signing someone in the first season and then playing 50% of games in the second, because that's a big chunk of games. So they need to be at least low 70 overall, depending on the position. But let's try to get it done. Next, we'll take a look at the calendar, and for those of you who've seen my series before, you know how much I struggle in preseason tournaments. But look at this, we finally won one. So pretty strong competition. I mean, Schalke there, this KA Genk, they're often playing in European football. So that's a huge tournament win, and we'll take the extra 5 mil in the bank. Going into the Ligue 1 season, we have 4 games in the month of August. A couple big ones there with Lille and Monaco. And then in September, we have another 4 with PSG and Marseille. I will play that Marseille game, and then we'll check to see the results where we are after 8 games in the season. So here ahead of the Marseille game, there's a lot of changes to the team, as you can see, and there's still some players who are tired as well. And that is because we've got our Europa League group announced. We've played a game against Bayern Leverkusen during the sim, which was a draw, so we'll take a look at that later. But in for the starting lineup right now is Corbinu is in for Torres, Amadou is in for Puissance, and Broguillard is in for Florenzi. So big game upcoming here against Marseille. So far, the season has started off okay. Okay, it would probably be the best way to describe it. Some up and down results, as you would expect. It wasn't a great game versus PSG, but we scored 3 goals, which is the positive. We gave up 5, which is not great. But again, a couple draws, couple wins, couple losses. So basically, all the results you'd expect against the teams you'd expect to see. So it's been again, okay is how to best describe the start of the season. Broguillard makes his way back into the starting lineup. Now he's down this right wing. Gets this to Corbinu, who's going to leave this behind for Gomis. Kind of stuck, nowhere to go. Oh, then a heavy touch by Gomis. Could win this in the air. He can. Unfortunately, it's right to Jerson, who plays in Jimenez. Oh, who's offside, thankfully. He was going to be in on goal. Broguillard is quick, but I don't think he was going to be able to make up that distance there, and he's just offside, but we'll definitely take that. Broguillard out wide. Is that going to touch? That's brutal. That's brutal. The AI, like the least you can do is just get out of the way, like pop out wide instead. Like you're just drifting offside. Like what do you do? And he's not even offside there. That's crazy. But anyways, 1 offside apiece to start this match. 15 minutes in. Staphylides is behind. Oh, it's a big save. Corbin's going to keep it alive for Gomis. It's going to be blocked, of course. And at least we forced a save out of the Marseille keeper. Corbin just is loving getting in the way of people this game. Zachary Cunningham's out wide. That's much better from Mihailovic. If Gomis goes far post, could he get there? Oh, he can't. But Amadou should keep this alive. He does. Play to Mihailovic, who can turn and take it. Oh, it has just gone over. Much better from CF Montreal, as we've been able to keep Marseille at bay so far. Didier Drogba's old team, coincidentally. And we're looking the most threatening at the moment. Oh, and Cunningham could be in on a great ball by Gomis. Cunningham could be away. He takes it on his left. Oh, it's hit the keeper, but it's also gone in. A huge goal by Zach Cunningham. And that's the first time we've put one away with the youngster. That was well found by Gomis over the defense. It looked like the defender was going to be able to deal with it, but he wasn't able to keep up with the pace of Zach Cunningham. And a great hit off his left foot was, I thought Mandanda got a piece. He did, and it just wasn't enough, if that's still Mandanda in net. But at this point, it doesn't matter, and it's a huge goal by young Zach Cunningham to give CF Montreal the 1-0 lead right before half. Again, didn't realize how close to halftime that was, as we're already in added time now. just the 1 minute, so hopefully we should be okay here. Poor control by Marseille. Are they going to give us one more chance? No, of course not. As it was just looking promising, I thought we were going to get one more go. But we'll definitely take the 1-0 lead over a very tough opponent in Marseille. I'm definitely happy with the 1-0 lead. Marseille get us started in the second half, and we're off. Something I didn't really look or realize is that Romel Kyoto is getting up there in age as well, and he's starting to dip in an overall also. So I guess a striker is our next target, as young Rossi's looking more like he's going to be a center attacking midfielder rather than a striker. So that's something we're going to have to look for in the January transfer window. I'm going to chip one into Corbeanu. The thing about taking on his left, oh, he just floated it over the bar. That would, if that was just dipping a little bit more, that was almost goal down there by the Canadian international. Oof, just missed. Sends it up to Cunningham. He's going to continue his run, Staphylidis. He's going to get the ball. Amadou's ahead of him. Can he slot this by the keeper? On first time of asking, no, but on the second time he does. His first start for CF Montreal, at least for us, playing live in game, and he's got his first goal with the club. Fantastic run by Staphylidis to play it into him. The keeper made a big save the first time of asking, but the rebound stayed right there, and Amadou was able to get to the ball before the defender and put it in the gaping cage. 2-0 CF Montreal. As we can see there, even with the 2-0 lead, possession is still favoring Marseille, but our defense so far has been able to hold it down. And as I say that, here come Marseille. So Wobie again. Well, that's a good chip ball in, and Marseille have one back just like that. Unfortunately, Kamar Miller couldn't deal with the ball sent to the middle. Who was that got that final touch? Well, we'll see in a sec. He's got a player face, so maybe he's actually good. It's taken a while to get to the replay. I really thought Iwobi was going to take that back and have a shot, but it was a nice chip across, and it was well met by Marseille number 9. And it is 2-1 CF Montreal. That little cushion is gone just like that. We're going to take that chance. We had a couple subs coming up. Piet and Gomes go off. Studaro and Kyoto are on. Cunningham, who's going to play this in for Mihailovic, who takes it first time, but it's actually it's another Gomes, the Gomes of their own, who makes a big save for them to keep the scoreline at 2-1. You know our target's going to be the main man, Soleil. Can get away from his marker and get his head to this one. He can. It was a save by the keeper, and Studaro puts it into the side netting. That would have been an absolutely huge goal. Unfortunately, it's been missed by the CF Montreal center midfielder. Studaro making a forward run, running to make up for that big miss at the other end. He's played it to Corbeanu, who's going to take it first time, and it's deflected away for another corner. And you know exactly what we're going to do with this one. We're going to try back post this time, and but the same target. Soleil should get there. He does, heads it back across goal. Unfortunately, it's right into the feet of the defender, who clears it away. Corbeanu loses the ball. There's going to be 2 minutes of added time here, as Marseille make one last darting attempt. If we can hem them in their own half, hopefully we can have the time run out. The 2 minutes are done. This is where they blew the whistle for me last time. They better call it here. And thankfully, there goes the whistle. We had a 2-goal lead. Marseille trimmed it back to 2-1 almost instantly, but CF Montreal able to hold on for a huge win against one of the league favorites, Olympique Marseille, and that is a huge win for CF Montreal. So taking a look at the league table, we currently sit in 6th place, only 2 points out of a Champions League spot behind Bordeaux, but it's a really jam-packed table right now, as yes, 2 points away from Champions League, but we're actually only how many points away? We're only 5 points or 4 points clear of the relegation zone. So a lot of results going pretty much evenly throughout the whole table. But as there's no surprise, it's PSG who's on top of the league right now. This time only by 1 point instead of the 15 points clear they were with only a few games remaining. So PSG look like they're keeping their dominant form going. But being in 6th place after 7 games, I'll definitely take it. Now taking a look at our Europa League group, We currently sit in second place after we had a 2-2 draw with Bayern Leverkusen. And with all due respect to Hajduk Split and Ferencvárosi, I think that we should be moving on through with Leverkusen. And it's nice that we got that big game out of the way off the bat, as we should be getting 6 points from our next 2 games and hopefully moving up from there. Taking a quick look at the youth academy, we have found one so far in Igor Moreira. He is a center back, and he's 61 overall already. So that potential right now is 70 to 92. Hopefully that stays near the high 90 end. Because even if it stays just to the 82 to 88 range, the fact that he's already a 61 overall, he actually might help us get the goal of sign one player in the first, or sign one youth player in the first season and have him play 50% of the games in the next season. Because if you can get just to the base, to the low 70s would be, I guess, ideal. That's a long stretch to gain 10 points over one season. But if he stays in the youth academy, hopefully we can get some development going and he'll reach that target. Taking a look at the calendar, we have 2 games left in September, 1 League or 1 Europa League. October, 5 games, including 1 against Lyon. The rest, hopefully, will get us some good sim results. And I think we'll take it all the way up to November to play the second game. I hope I'm not jumping the gun by just simming those 2 or those 3 Europa League games against the lower caliber teams. But I'm gonna play this Bayern Leverkusen game, as I think that could be the deal breaker of who goes through. So we'll check back the results after that one. So going into this big Europa League matchup with Bayern Leverkusen, we're only going to make the one change to the squad, which is Romell Kyoto coming in for Bafétimbi Gomis. That's a change we might need to make permanent going forward, as Gomis has gone down to a 70. But after this game, and we'll check the next couple sims, we'll go check the stats to see how he's producing, because again, he went down 5 overall last season, but still produced 14 goals. So if he's still producing goals, we'll keep him in the squad. As for now, it's Romell Kyoto coming in, and that's the only change. So this is a big one, as we did win 1 game. No, we won 2 games in the sim so far for Europa League, but we did lose 1 to Hajduk, or whatever team that was. So I'm pretty sure we're level on points with them. And I think Leverkusen have a slim 1-point lead at the top of the table. So this is an absolute massive game right now. Well, one back by Torres. I think going into the into this group, Leverkusen were the favorites. And as I say that, Cunningham finds himself free. Oh, and he's almost put it past the keeper right away. Well, it's still alive. It's going to come to Torres on his favorite left. He'll have a go, and that's unfortunately way wide. But what a start to the game. We've already hit the post. Had another good chance after that. But as we were just saying, I think Leverkusen were the early favorites in this group. And at the current moment, I believe they're number 1. Unless they had a huge upset to Favrio Rossi, or whichever team that was, last game. But they hadn't won yet, so I don't expect Leverkusen to have dropped points against them. And as you can see there, the table, as I'm looking at the table, I'll just give it away. Leverkusen are in fact leading the way. And this would be an absolutely huge win for CF Montreal. Kyoto finds himself a little bit of space, and it's another big save by Radecki, the Leverkusen keeper. I know at the start of career modes, he's low 80s. I know he's a bit older, so maybe he's dropped a bit, but hasn't shown any sign yet. We're going to aim for our big man, who looks like he could find himself a little gap right there. If he can get away from his marker, which he can. Just be a good ball in. He's right there. Oh, he just flashes it across goal. Kamar Miller will keep it alive. Cunningham will have a strike from range. Oh, and it's a beauty. It's an absolute beauty from Zachary Cunningham, who's really starting to come into his own. That is an absolutely fantastic strike from about 25 yards away. That's the second game he scored for us in a row. What an absolute blast from the youngster. Huge goal, as Soleil's getting closer and closer off the corners. Great header there by Kamar Miller to keep it alive. And it looks like it's just gone right through the hands of the keeper. But Cunningham won't mind that, as he scores his first Europa League goal. Oh, Florenzi won it. Oh, but it's lucky for Montreal. But we could be on the counter right now. As there's an injury. Oh, he played it right to the injured man. Unbelievable. What a wasted chance. What a glitch. All you have to do is not hit a guy who's injured and you have a 2-on-0. Unfortunately, he hits the injured player. And I guess it's karma, as we probably should have played the ball out. But in any case, we carry on. He's going to play it out to Florenzi, who's going to find Torres. And Mihailovic is in space. Oh, and the keeper just beats him to the ball. Unfortunate there for Montreal. And then that's Florenzi who's turned it over. Leverkusen have guys going forward. This has just been back and forth action. Will that be a corner? I think oh, no, it's a goal kick. Fantastic. Lucky flow by Florenzi there. A hectic start to this game. 35 minutes in. And Bayern already making a substitution. Was that Florian Wirtz going off? I think it was. He's one of the key young guns in this game. That's tough for them. I didn't see him get injured, so that's interesting. But no slouch coming on, as Luis Alberto will be the one coming on for him. So they get this one away, because every time they turn the ball over, they seem to go on the offensive very quickly and press very high up the pitch. So this is our chance to counterattack. Cunningham could be in. We're gonna have numbers again. That was meant for Mihailovic, but Kyoto's gonna take it in stride, and he's gonna make it 2-0 Montreal. Fantastic work. It's just getting by. Every time Leverkusen turn the ball over, they are coming with a heavy press. And this time we were able to break through it easily with the 1-2. Again, I'm not going to lie, that was meant for Mihailovic, but Kyoto takes it in stride and blasted by the Leverkusen keeper to make it 2-0 CF Montreal. See, you can see it there. Every time they turn the ball over, it's just crazy pressure. And we're going to get away with that. The ref blew the whistle very early there. That was exactly on the dot of 1 minute of extra time. But we'll definitely take a 2-0 lead going to the second half. We got to settle it down, try to not force it as much. As soon as they turn the ball over, we're going to look for quick counters, quick passing, because they are bringing the whole squad forward, it seems. It'll be Kyoto to get us started in the second half, and we'll look to try to settle it down, like we mentioned, and just pass the ball around, string some passes together, and hopefully see us one out. Kyoto could be in again. Could he slot it in for a third? Oh, that's really well done by Romel Kyoto. Put that right in the top corner to give CF Montreal the 3-0 lead, and hopefully we can see this one out now. This one should be well done and dusted. It came off another turnover where everyone was pressing forward, and the quick counter makes it 3-0. Is Cunningham onside? He is. It's a heavy touch, but he gets it away from his man. Could he get his second of the match? Oh, he's hit the post again. Unfortunate for Cunningham. Cunningham has 2 posts and a goal. That's absolutely crazy. We're going to make some subs here, as we're going to have 2 youngsters come on, as Jean Leblanc and Rossi are going to come on for Romel Kyoto and Georgia Mihailovic. Safe with the 3-0 lead and 30 minutes to go. Cuisance could be away. Can you just dink one over for Rossi? He can. With the left foot, and there it is. There's his first goal for CF Montreal. This game is going all Montreal. Fantastic way for Rossi to mark his Europa League debut, as he coolly slots that one in. I don't think his finishing is the highest overall yet, but a great little finish there. Nice little chip back from Cuisance, who's been playing very well in center midfield. Gets a big assist there, and we should surely see this one out now. 4 goals. Let's go against the leaders. Hopefully we'll be able to snuff this out. But they're bringing men forward, and this one's at Zidane makes a nice save. Thought that could have been held, but no problem there. And we'll have one last little change as Cuisance will come off. He's a bit tired for Jordan Lukaku, who's kind of playing out of position, but at a 4-0 lead to just get him some minutes in. Leverkusen going to take this one short. Ooh, no offside. Looks a bit offside. but it's not. Staphylidis will step in front anyway, and it could be another counter. Oh, for Montreal, but it's given away by Piet in a bad position. Kamar Miller's out of position, but yeah, he makes up for it. Well done, and then we forced the offside. This has been basically a perfect game by CF Montreal. But here we go, we're looking for one more. Florenzi can get away from Salis who he can. The whole squad actually looks very tired. And they're going to get in front of that. We're going to have one last corner. That's something I just picked up on now. All the Leverkusen players seem to have very little stamina. Maybe they're coming off a congested schedule, but we're definitely taking advantage. We go far post for our big man. Soleil can get away. I think it's too near the keeper. Oh, it's actually right over the keeper. And that's going to do it. A huge win for CF Montreal. A needed win as well. And hopefully we get results going our way in the other game as well. And if we did, I'm pretty sure we should be guaranteed through, because teams 2 and 3 will be playing each other. And that way we at least advance through the group stage. So we'll take a look at the group stage now, and it's CF Montreal who's in first place with 10 points, and Leverkusen and Hajduk Split are playing each other in the final game of the group stage. So that means we have guaranteed ourselves advancing through to the knockout round. So we'll basically play just a B team against Frenzy Varossi. And yeah, we're going through. Fantastic result for CF Montreal. So taking a look at the calendar, there is 2 games left in November and 4 games left in December before we reach our midway mark of the January transfer window. Again, this game we'll be playing basically every youngster we have on the team, because that doesn't matter at all, and just have the freshest legs possible going for the league earn campaign. So January 1st, we are currently sitting in 3rd position, right behind AS Monaco and PSG. Even with the added Europa League football, we are still hanging on pace to where we were last season and even better. So being 3rd, honestly, no complaints there. And taking a look at the Europa League draw, CF Montreal drew Ajax. Definitely not an easy task, but when you're looking at what's left, I mean, we could have gotten Bergamo, Man U, Inter, so I guess Ajax is probably like a high middle of the pack, so not a bad draw. We'll take a look at our group stage, and we did lose that last game. We played every youngster. There was a couple players out of position. It didn't matter. I just didn't want any injuries to our big players, and Leverkusen did beating Hajduk, and they advance along with us. Next, we'll take a quick look at some of the stats, and it's Romel Kyoto who has 11 goals. So we're going to make it a permanent switch. Kyoto is going to come in for Gomes, who, as you can see here, is only playing 7 games. He's 38 years old. He's gone down 3 more overall, and he's only got the 2 goals. So I think this will be the end of Bafétimbi Gomes with us, unfortunately, but his 14 goals last campaign helped us big time get into Europe, so he was a big contributing factor last season. We'll take a look at Georgia Mihailovic, who's 2nd in goals and 1st in assists, and he's got up 2 more stats, and now he's sitting at 83 overall. So that is a huge progression for Georgia Mihailovic, who's becoming one of the better players in the league. Look, the clean sheets, and unfortunately we only have 2 for Lucas Zidane, and at least he's still going up. He's 78 overall, and hopefully our defense could continue to improve in front of him. And Florenzi, I was expecting him to start dipping. He's 32 years old, but the Italian is hanging in strong and still 80 overall. So guys, that's where I think we're gonna leave this episode. We got tons to look forward to in episode 6. We're going to the knockout stage of the Europa League. We're currently sitting in 3rd spot of the Ligue 1, so everything is looking good so far for CF Montreal. If you haven't already, please leave a like and comment down below. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. It helps out a lot. And as always, thanks again for watching, and stay tuned for episode 6 coming soon.